Hi everyone, my name is Max and I work for LTL Mandarin School in the marketing department. Today I wanted to introduce you to 3 programs we provide for our inbound students who come to our schools based in China, Taiwan and Singapore. Okay, the first program I want to introduce you to is our small group classes. Now the format is the same across all of our cities, all 8 cities that we're based in, and our small group classes contain anything between 2 and 6 students. The average number generally comes out to about 3. Now our small group classes are open to all ages, all nationalities and levels up to roughly B1. The reason we offer it to beginner and intermediate only is because when you get to the more advanced stages, programs need to be tailored. So then we focus on individual one-on-one courses set for that student. Our small group classes follow a general curriculum where we teach students all the elements of studying Chinese, which is super important because there is listening, reading, writing and also speaking, and the most important one for a beginner student is the last element that we mentioned there, speaking. This is specifically why we keep our small group classes so small. If you're in a lecture theatre or a classroom of 30, even 20 plus students, you don't get the chance to speak one-to-one with your teacher, and therein lies a big problem with bigger classes. We specifically cap the classes to no more than 6 students for this very purpose. This allows the teacher to go around the class, speak to every single student individually and provide tailored feedback. So if you're having problems with a tone or perhaps a sound or a word, the teacher can correct you straight away and the problems are ironed out immediately. So we place a big emphasis on the word small in small group classes. The average size would be 3 students and you can be paired with people from all around the world. This is another great factor about our small group classes. You could be in a class with someone from Europe, Australasia, Africa, any of the continents around the world of all ages, and it's a really good way to meet new people and be thrown into an environment with them. You learn together. Our teachers are super interactive. They're all fully qualified and certified. They all have degrees for teaching Chinese to foreign students, so it's a fantastic way to learn and one of the most popular, certainly for beginners as well. So that is the small group classes at LTL Mandarin School in all of our cities. So that's Beijing, Shanghai, Taipei, Beihai, Xi'an, Chengdu and also Singapore. In Chengdu we just focus on our one-on-one classes because that's where true immersion in China happens, but that's for another video. Okay, the second program I want to introduce to you is our Safari program. Now our Safari program is an upgrade to our one-on-one individual courses, so you need to be a one-on-one student at LTL Mandarin School to take part in this, and then what you can do, you can upgrade your program to the Safari. And the Safari is basically getting you out onto the streets of China and utilising and using your Mandarin in real life scenarios that pop up day to day. So the Safari is actually split into 3 different sections. Part 1 is known as the warm-up. So this is a short 10 minutes where you meet your teacher in a location that you both agree on, and your teacher will explain to you the scenario and then the vocabulary that you need to be using and perhaps sentence structures, and then apply them in the lesson itself. So for example, a scenario might be that you're going to a market together and you need to locate a certain product or item and then buy it for a certain price. Another scenario perhaps might be that you go to a restaurant together and that you need to order a number of dishes, ask for the beverages and then get the bill at the end, and all of the onus is on you. Your teacher will not speak, your teacher will just guide you at the start. So that's part 1, the warm-up. Part 2 is the Safari itself. So this is when you actually go out and complete the challenges that your teacher sets for you. Your teacher will accompany you, but the onus will be on you to do the speaking. In total, there are 20 different scenarios that we have prepared. So there are plenty of opportunities to take part in plenty of different safaris that your teacher will explain to you when the lesson starts. Part 3 is then what's called the warm down or the cool down, and this is when you receive feedback from the teacher on how you did. So there will be positive and constructive, of course, the things that you did well and the things that perhaps you could improve on. So maybe there was a word that you mispronounced or a better word that you could have used in that situation, or perhaps your tones weren't quite correct. Your teacher will iron them out with you, and then you will speak with him or her, and then hopefully the next time you go out and do the scenario in real life yourself, you will then be able to correct yourself. So that is the safari. We have it in all of our cities. Remember, it's a one-on-one program only, so this is not a group activity, it's just you and your teacher, which means that you get the best feedback possible. Everything is centered around you, and it gets you talking on the streets of China, which is when you need your Chinese most. Program number 3, our final program that we're going to introduce to you in this video, is called the Discover program. And like program 2, which is the Safari, this is a one-on-one course upgrade. So you must be one-on-one student at LTL Mandarin School, and then what you can do, you can upgrade to the Discover program if you so choose. And basically what we do with the Discover program is get you out onto the streets of the city you're based in and learning Chinese. So it's a change from being inside the classroom, and we get you out and about wherever you and your teacher decide to go. So for example, let's say you're based in Beijing, perhaps you will go to the Lama Temple, perhaps the Summer Palace or Forbidden City, and you discover that location. You can go around, you can talk about the history of where you are, you can talk about the city or all kinds of different things. You get to know your teacher better and basically practice your Chinese on the move. So this is really good because it gets you out, you can discover the city and learn Chinese. And the great thing about this is lots of talking points tend to pop up as you go along. So whereas when you're based just in the classroom, perhaps you have your set topics that you talk about, but when you're out on the streets, you might see something like some Chinese characters on the wall that you want to discover. Perhaps there's something about the location that you're in that triggered in your mind, maybe the history, or has your teacher been before, all kinds of different things. So our Discover program is similar to the Safari in the sense that it gets you out onto the streets, but where they differ is that the Discover program is simply talking with your teacher about anything and everything, whereas the Safari is set challenges that you need to complete. So our Discover program is available for all levels, from very beginners to hugely advanced. It doesn't matter what level you are, you just need to be a one-on-one student at LTL. The Safari program is better for beginner or intermediate students because we have set challenges, and of course when you become more advanced, these challenges will be a little bit easier for you. So the Discover program will be better for an advanced student. So get out and about onto the streets of Beijing or Shanghai, Xi'an or Chengdu, get to a famous location, have a walk around, get to know your teacher, discover the attraction, discover facts about the attraction that you might not have known that your teacher will teach you, and learn Chinese whilst you're out and about. So you kill two birds with one stone because you're sightseeing and learning the language. What's not to like? Okay, so there you have it. That's our 3 programs that we're introducing to you today. Our small group classes, our Safari program, and our Discover program. As you may well know, LTL stands for Live the Language. So we are all about immersing yourself into the culture, getting to China, getting out on the roads, getting out and about, and talking Chinese as much as possible. If you're not in China, you can still immerse yourself by doing things like changing your phone language to Chinese, by making Chinese friends, and by utilizing Chinese into your day as much as possible, whether it's listening to podcasts, music or songs. So it is not about just sitting with a textbook and reading and rote memorizing, etc. It's about making the language fun for you, and that's where we have succeeded so much since we started back in 2007, because we make sure that lessons are tailored exactly to that student. Every single person is different, you have different hobbies, you have different ways of learning, so it's about finding that middle ground and finding a way that you can enjoy learning the language and incorporating it into your daily life. We have a ton of other programs also available, which you can find on our website. Our website should pop up on the screen somewhere now. It's ltl-school.com. And if you wish to study online, perhaps before coming to China or after you've been to China, or instead, if you don't have the time to come to China, then visit our online website, which is ltl-online-school.com. And our team of international and China experts will be there to help you immediately. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this was useful. I've been Max from the LTL Mandarin School Marketing team, and I hope to see you in China very soon.